Set microphone from mono to stereo.
It's always on stereo, sir.
Good job, Davey.
Hey everyone, welcome to Waxing Pixels, the Battle Geek Plus podcast. My name is Josh, and I'm always trying to make sure I don't sound like Mike LeBrie. With me today, I have Heather.
Hi.
Ryan.
Hey.
And Tecmo Frank.
Buckle up.
Well, no, really, like when I do this intro thing, I always like the main podcast I listen to is Kanzenshu, so I have to make sure I try not to be all like, "This is Waxing Pixels, the podcast. My name is Josh
LeBrie."
So yeah,
Remember we did imitate Mike and Julian one time.
we did horribly.
Yes.
Everybody
else was funnier. But anyway, on from that. How you guys doing today?
Well, I can mostly eat like a normal human being again. Also, we always have the microphone on mono, just so you guys know.
Well, now we can't have 360-degree sound like the movie we went and saw.
I was really impressed with that little demo they did.
Yeah, that was kind of neat. It kind of reminded me of being in like the home theater department of a TV store,
Right,
again,
yeah.
like sitting at a Bose display or something. Anyway, Ryan, Frank, how you guys doing?
I'm doing okay. I have way too many games to play, which I'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, I have the same problem, but recently I've been more focusing on playing Doom right now, but I'll get around to finishing Poker Night at the casino soon.
Awesome. Have you been streaming Doom at all?
No, I have not.
That's okay. I've been streaming on my own channel.
Well, I don't know if my computer is strong enough to play Doom and stream.
Oh, I see. I
'Cause
gotcha.
It takes a while for it to load, which is not really common for any of the games I have on my machine.
Maybe you should stream Doom Classic then. That'd be pretty cool. Wait, right now, are you playing EVE Online? Like right now? Like you're traveling through space while we're recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Frank's computer is just maybe like 10, 12 feet away from us, and I just saw like space stuff going on, and so
it's on autopilot.
Oh, okay.
By the way, that is not 10 or 12 feet.
What is it?
It's not 10 or 12 feet from us. It's like
6, 7.
I would say 7.
Not 7. Because if I were to lay down and I'm 6 feet, we could reach 2 of me from where I am to get to there. That's like 12 feet.
No.
Yeah.
Or me and Josh.
Totally could.
No.
Well, me and Frank are
I'm
gonna
thinking
lay
in
on the
terms of the end of the table here to the end of the table there.
I was thinking more like exactly where I'm sitting to exactly where that computer
Okay.
is. And you're sitting right next to me, so yeah.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
right now I just finished up the story mode of Xenoverse 2 and around the same time leveled up to 80. And Bandai Namco, you are gonna need to increase that level cap because I hit 80 and I thought I was gonna be able to go to 85 at least. And then when I saw my experience points not adding to anything and noticed that I had maxed out, my motivation to keep playing just kind of crashed because I couldn't get any stronger. So you need to do something about it, or maybe I can just jump onto Dragon Ball Fusions instead. I hear that's really, really good. What are you guys playing?
Nothing. I haven't played anything in like a month.
Nothing. It will not speak. Sorry, that's what you reminded me of.
Yeah, well, I haven't been playing anything. I think I'll play. I'll do some Sticks tomorrow. I think.
Okay.
Probably not, but I think.
Maybe since Ryan's leaving the Famicom Mini here, you can use the cute little controllers and play a bunch of stuff.
I guess. I'm really gonna try and start playing Sticks again, just because of life getting in the way of playing anything. I mean, I haven't played anything in a month.
I think you're never gonna finish Sticks.
I think so too.
No, fuck you guys.
You guys have been playing. You've been playing Sticks for like 2 years.
Fuck you guys. I am going to finish Sticks. I'm sorry that I was working 7 days a week for a little bit there, and then Crystal had an emergency, and then I got my wisdom teeth out, and I was useless for a week, and then Thanksgiving happened. I'm so sorry.
That only explains the last month, not the
You're
rest of the
forgiven.
time.
You do realize that I was playing Sticks every week until all that shit happened, right?
You know.
Details.
Details.
Details, facts. Like we need facts. on
Logic.
Ryan, what are you playing and what have you gotten that you can't play because you're too busy?
Okay, so where do I begin? Holy shit. Okay. So, actually, I'm going to try to make this quick, but I might ramble a little. So, let's start off with, I actually got Carnival Games VR, which is actually really fun. I played it on Twitch. It's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but it definitely is a $10 game. It's, like, definitely not something that's, like, that should be over, like, $30, but it's just a very, very fun game to play. And then, also, let's see, I bought Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, but I still want to beat Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, so I have...
Oh, come on, Ryan.
So I still...
You don't buy sequels to games that you haven't beaten yet. You don't do that.
But it was cheap for Black Friday.
Oh, my God.
And because PlayAsia didn't exactly send me my Famicom Mini AC adapter, which I didn't really need anyways, I had them send me Dragon Ball Fusions and River City Ransom Tokyo Rumble, which are both really awesome games, but I have not had a lot of time to play them because I have been really obsessed with Dragon Quest VII, and I'm almost to the end of the game, so hopefully when I'm done with that, I can start playing those more. And I just bought Final Fantasy 15, which I will definitely play on Twitch, hopefully every night, and I know next week Dead Rising 4 comes out, so I'm going to have to balance Final Fantasy 15 and Dead Rising 4 on Twitch.
So, I kind of tuned out there for a second until you said River City Ransom, the new River City Ransom.
Yeah.
Right?
Tokyo Rumble.
Right. Yeah,
That's Tokyo Rumble. So they sent you a physical copy of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you not see the tweet that he made about it when they both arrived?
No, I didn't see the tweet about that.
Yes,
No.
he tweeted a picture with both games, and I was always like, oh, well, I guess Josh is going to get a hold of that game.
Yeah,
Through
because
Ryan.
if you don't have time to play Tokyo Rumble, I know a guy named Josh who would totally love to borrow that until you're ready for it.
Yeah, who's this Josh guy?
He's some asshole who likes manga and stuff like that.
I don't know, he's kind of sexy, and...
I guess.
Well, whoever he is, I don't want to meet him.
Okay.
Well, I already brought over some quote-unquote River City Ransom games. Well, they're called Downtown Nekketsu in Japan, but they're still...
Well, yeah, you got the Famicom Mini here.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty rad. But the new one, I want to play the new one. It broke right now.
I remember the demo at E3.
Yeah. Maybe I will bring it over next year because I just have too many fucking games.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you're never going to get it back. I'm just saying, if you've got like 8 games and like River City Ransom's one of them that you're not going to play right away, I will play it right away, and then have more to talk about on the podcast.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. And Dragon Ball Fusions is really awesome. I have not played a lot of it, but I am loving it so far. I haven't fused anybody yet, but the combat system is really unique. It's like kind of more of a turn-based... If you played the first Dragon Ball Z RPG on the Super Famicom, it's a little more like that, but better.
Super Saiyan Densetsu.
And the music isn't as annoying.
I will say that my problem with having too many games is the opposite of Brian's, is that I have a long list of games that I need to play, but I own almost none of them. So, and I'm all like, oh, I should check PSNs for Cyber Mondays and Black Friday sales. I never did that. I've looked online for some stuff and I've checked out Steam and I'm like, oh, I should do that. And then I just don't. So, yeah.
I do. Every time I log on.
Yeah, well, I did yell at you the other day because Fallout 4 and Doom were like super on sale and you were like, oh my god, I'm gonna get these, and then you put them in your cart and you're like, no, I'll wait, and I'm like, fucking buy them!
And I did.
And you're loving it.
And also, I did buy the $99 new Nintendo 3DS with the Mario faceplates. I got it on Best Buy when they announced it on Twitter, so I got pretty lucky. Because I actually was going to wake up at 4 in the morning and just go down to the GameStop at my apartment complex, but I was like, I was very lucky to get them from Best Buy, so yeah, I didn't have to do that.
Woo!
Rad. So, Frank, what you playing? And what don't you have time for?
Playing Doom right now.
Like you said.
Like I said. I was playing City Skylines. It took me 2 days to figure out what I was doing wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you didn't put the sewage in the right place.
No. Okay. That was one of the few things I got right.
Okay, well, that's what I got wrong at first.
What?
Just put the sewage in this random house over here.
I wasn't draining the sewage properly into the ocean.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds so proper.
Well, what else are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Put it in a treatment plant?
Oh, you, my friend, are right, except it's not available at the beginning of the game.
Of course it's not. Well, you got to destroy the planet before you figure out how to save the planet, only to fail and go to Mars.
That's how people build muscles.
Going to Mars?
Yeah. No. What it was is I put the power, water, and everything up, and I would not mess with the budget at all. And it was, you have to adjust the budget on how much people you have and their demands and whatnot. You gotta have to be between the yellow and the green.
You know, my buddy Max was telling me about a game that he had, one of the first games he ever had on a computer, and it was called You're Fired. And the whole point was that you worked an assembly line. You were just like some cog in the wheel. And, cog in the wheel? Yeah, anyway. Cog in the machine. Wheel in the machine. Wheel cog combination. And it just like, it involved like making cupcakes or something. I don't remember, but he was just talking about how that was like the first game he ever got, and his dad had bought it for him. And he was really thinking about it the other day, and he looked it up, and he managed to find it. And he planned on buying a copy and playing it on his computer. But yeah, it was called You're Fired.
So, let's see, Doom. You've also been playing Xenoverse 2.
Yes, I have. Yes, actually, I've been enjoying that more than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, that's pretty much my review of it also. Better than I thought it was going to be.
It's still a game I haven't played.
You didn't even play the first one.
I did not. The last Dragon Ball game I played, holy shit. What game was that? It was my freshman year at ISU, and I was living in the quads.
Right.
And I remember...
Super Dragon Ball Z.
Super Dragon Ball Z. That was the last Dragon Ball game I've played.
As opposed to Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, Super Dragon Ball Z. For PS2, it was... the development was headed by like a former game producer over at Capcom, worked on Street Fighter 2, which is why like the game was like very much a fighting game, and nobody bought it because it didn't have 150 characters that all played the exact same way. Instead, it had like 12 that all played very differently, and it was fun.
And you know what? That's what I fucking loved about the game, is that the same combination would either garner you a completely different combo or nothing at all.
Right.
And I loved that. I hate... The biggest reason I don't play Dragon Ball games is because all the characters play the fucking same.
Right.
So
they play a bit differently in with your created characters, like in Xenoverse, especially considering like, I mean, yeah, your special moves are mapped to like a certain kind of thing, but like your actual combos, like I can't do my favorite combo as like a Saiyan female as I can like anybody else.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. It just doesn't even
exist. But yeah. Anywho, so is that it on the game front then of what we're doing? All
Pretty
right.
much.
Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. So we can move into our first topic, news thingy bite so far. Thing.
Nom 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 nom.
No, no, no.
Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Confirmed? Question mark?
Right? That should actually be the title of this video. Marvel vs. Capcom 4 confirmed question mark. Will just be the biggest clickbait out there. Like we'll have like Ryan with a microphone, like standing in front of some dude dressed as Wolverine. Like, I've got the exclusive interview with Wolverine himself. I'm not going to be in this game, bub. Yeah, so
Are you a bear?
But yeah, so Marvel vs. Capcom 4 has been heavily rumored. There is a picture kind of floating around of like, it's like black, and then there's like the big 4 on it, and it looks more like Transformers 4, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, there's some sources been telling people, like Polygon and whatnot, that it's going to show up at the PlayStation Experience, which Ryan is going to.
Yep.
And he's going to have some cool filming for our channel, youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. And, but yeah, some of the interesting things about the rumor comes from the fact that, one, the Marvel license for Capcom expired in 2013. And two, they've been saying that the mutant characters are going to have a lot less of a focus and may not appear, while some characters that have appeared in more recent Marvel movies, like the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, will be having a more prominent appearance in this game. So what do you guys think about that?
Let's see. Well, it does make sense because, you know, like the Marvel movies have been, you know, like making a lot of money at the box office, so it does make a lot more sense to have, like, Doctor Strange, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America, like more focus on the characters that people are more familiar with. And I know, X-Men and like Wolverine are owned by Fox, so like maybe that might have like been one of the reasons, like why the rumor is starting, like why they might not be in the game.
My thoughts are that I didn't know that they were up to a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Because I never really played Marvel vs. Capcom, so I never paid attention to it. So they're all like, oh, Marvel vs. Capcom 4, maybe? And I'm all like, don't you have to go through, like, another number first?
No, 3 was the one that had Deadpool in it, and, like, he could like, beat someone with his own life bar.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that. Like I said, don't play the game, so...
Yeah, I let Josh borrow it when he first moved here.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit.
Sure.
I like
God, when we first moved here?
It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, when you first moved here.
Yeah. Frank, Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
I would want to probably play Rocket or Groot.
Oh my god, I was totally thinking I would be over playing Rocket.
Or maybe if it's a combination of both, like they did with...
Baby Groot.
Or Big Groot and...
No, Rocket and Baby Groot.
Or Baby Groot and Groot.
What about Bucky?
I just imagine, like...
Who cares about Bucky?
Bucky does. No one cares about Bucky.
Fuck Bucky.
No one gives a fucky about Bucky. No.
Bucky
his 1940s attitude towards everything.
I was just imagining when you said Big Groot and, like, Little Groot, like, I was just imagining, like, Groot, like, just giant mouth opening and then just a bunch of tiny Groots coming out and just, like, climbing all over somebody and just kind of, like lots of hits. Like...
Groot Rush.
Yeah, Groot Rush. Like just barfing him out. Groot. And then like, and then if it's like a KO, then like all the tiny Groots and the big Groot like start dancing. So,
yes.
That would be pretty rad. But
all right. That's all I want in life now. If this game does not deliver, it's garbage.
Groot dancing?
Yes, I need Groot dancing. That needs to be a move.
Groot dancing needs to be... That would be pretty cool. At least as like a victory pose or something. So, yeah. Anywho, but yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 4, we will see if it shows up at the PlayStation Experience or not. If it does, Ryan will get some cool footage.
Yep, I sure will.
Of at least something promoting it.
Yeah, hopefully.
And that'll be pretty fun. So, speaking of fun, we are hopping into Nintendo attractions coming to Universal Studios.
Yay!
So, we all just watched a video that was a little over a minute long about that, there was Shigeru Miyamoto, and there was some Universal Studios guy, who I don't know, and they were talking back and forth, sort of, like, it was cutting back and forth, they weren't talking to each other, about this upcoming Universal Studios, what was it? Is it the one around here?
It was Universal Studios, them, Japan, Orlando, Hollywood.
Okay, so all of them. Okay, so all the Universal Studios locations are having Nintendo theme, like a Nintendo theme section put in that's going to kind of like grow over the next several years. And they were talking about how fun it was going to be and everything without really saying anything about the actual attractions themselves. We did see behind Shigeru Miyamoto, we did see like some big props and whatnot of Mario blocks and of, Koopa shells and like a spinning coin that was suspended on something and just a general Mario themed backdrop, which could have been for like anything, but I'm assuming it's supposed to be part of what's being built up at Universal. I've never actually been to Universal Studios, and I don't know if this will necessarily make me go, but if something were to make me go, this would probably be it, just out of curiosity.
I was going to say that in the 5 years we've lived here, we've never cared enough to go to, Disney or Universal or whatever.
I've looked into going to Disney, but it's just kind of like... It's just kind of like, oh, that'll be a $300 day per person.
Fuck that shit.
After food.
And
you can buy a console with that money.
And hell, even the annual passes for the locals it's getting stupid expensive that people are just like letting them expire. But yeah, if we do go to either location, it would obviously be Universal, and it would be strictly to check out, Mario themed attractions, because that sounds cool as balls.
Well, it sounded like something like Nintendo, like not just
Nintendo,
Mario.
whatever. Yeah.
So basically, like there's going to be Zelda stuff also, and that's probably where I'm just gonna like
maybe they'll reuse the props they had at E3.
Maybe just like hang out in that room just like all day, like
yeah.
I'll just like put up a tent in there, like hide it behind one of the trees, and just like live in Hyrule.
Oh yeah, then they'll have like Mario go-karts we can ride.
That would be pretty cool.
So cool.
That would be, if there wasn't one in Orlando, like I would expect our buddy Joe, Tanuki Karibo, on Twitter to actually come out and visit us when he has the opportunity to and not pass it up.
Oh no, you know what he's going to do? He'll go to Florida.
That's what I'm saying, like, because there's one closer to him.
He'll just go to Florida. And even if he does come out here, he'll neglect to tell us. And then he'll fly home and be like, oh, hey, by the way, guys, I was in California, like, less than a whole hour away from you. And then we would have to buy tickets just to fly to New York to knock on his door and slap him and then leave.
Right?
Yeah, I could have seen him back when I was there in May.
Yeah, you went to New York and he still, like, ducked you.
Yeah, he still ducked me.
So, yeah.
Because he had to work.
I know. What a bastard having a job.
Stupid adults having jobs and stuff.
Joe's so lame.
Right?
God, we talk about Joe too much.
Which, by the way, Joe has a really cool Twitter account called Video Game Art and Tidbits. You can go follow it at VG Art and Tidbits. And it's got some really amazing stuff. Lately, he's been posting Mega Man stuff, some Game Boy stuff, lots of 90s ads, nice little nostalgia things, some Street Fighter stuff. So definitely go give it a look. It's pretty rad. But yeah, Frank, Universal Studios.
I don't think I would go even with the Nintendo.
Even with the Nintendo.
Even with the Nintendo company in there.
I have this image of you, like, waiting in line to get tickets, and you're, like, holding on to a cord, and there's, like a Nintendo attached to it, and you're like, 2 tickets, please.
So, but would you follow Video Game Art and Tidbits if you use Twitter more? What if I told you you could... Okay, I was going to say, what if I told you could see Chun-Li topless?
That's... Yeah. I mean, that's the internet. You can...
Yeah, but this is official art.
Oh, official art.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the shower scene. Okay.
From, the Street Fighter 2 animated movie. Yeah.
You're like, man, I've looked at those boobs plenty.
So, yeah.
They just don't get me that feeling anymore.
Yeah, well, I might go to Nintendo Land at Universal. I just want to check it out. Maybe shoot some video there.
Huh. Yeah, that would be pretty cool for something for us to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although it's going to cost us a fortune.
Oh, Jesus goddamn Christ.
It would cost us a fortune. And then you get in there and it's all like, no photography, please.
Probably.
That would be so dumb. I wonder if they're going to have any like 4D kind of experiences or whatever, where they would have like, you're sitting in like the movie seat and...
Sorry, I instantly was all like, what, they're going to have like actors breaking the fourth wall?
Yes. Yes.
And it's probably going to be as small as Mickey's Toontown, which is really small.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that,
That was bigger.
I imagine it being like this bigger thing. But then again, I've never even, I'm just imagining a place I've never even been to for an attraction that's not even built yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've been to the Orlando location.
Have you?
Just once.
How was it?
It was fun. I'm fairly certain of that. I was like in 5th grade. No. Yes? No. 4th?
You were in elementary school.
I was in elementary school. My mother was pregnant with my brother. So I was 10. So that means I was almost 10.
So you're 4th grade?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to be in 4th grade.
Yeah.
And the most vivid memory of that trip was of riding the Jaws attraction with my aunt and my cousin, my 2 sisters, and my stepdad. And my aunt sat on the edge of the railing because, like the shark, comes up and quote unquote bites the boat, and we're riding around, and the person who's, piloting the boat, so was like going through their script and their act and like shooting a gun at a shark and whatever, and we were watching this other boat sink, and oh my god, it's so terrible, and my cousin and I knew, we had an idea as to what was going to happen because it was an attraction based on a shark attacking a boat. So we sat in the middle of the benches, and there was only one of my stepdad and two of my sisters, so they were sitting on his sides, closer to the railings. And at the end of the ride, both my sisters were in his lap crying because they were younger than me. And my aunt was basically just like a white sheet, and she nearly shit herself the first time that the mechanical shark came up. Because, like, she hears, like, she's talking to my cousin, and then she hears something come out of the water, and she looks, and then, like, there's that big black fake eye, like, right at her face. Holy shit, it was hilarious. She did not enjoy that ride at all. But that's my most vivid memory. So, yeah.
That sounds pretty fun, just for the scaring other people aspect.
Oh, that and my cousin, we ended up going through one of those rides where you sit down, and like you said, like the 4D kind of thing, it's kind of but you're like in a movable, cart or whatever, and you're watching a movie. And it was, what was it for? I think it was the old Back to the Future, like the original Back to the Future. Like nobody was in line for it, and we rode that like literally 12 times before we were yanked away and said, it's time to go eat and go to bed. And we were like, no, we want to ride it more.
That's funny. So yeah, Nintendo Attractions, Universal Studios, coming soonish. More details to follow. Speaking of Nintendo and Mario and all those things, Mario Happy Meals will be coming back in January 2017.
Yay.
Now these don't have the general annual release like the McRib, but Mario has been done in the Happy Meals before, right?
Yep. Back in the 80s when Mario Bros. 3 came out, and then a couple of years ago when Mario Kart 8 came out.
I forgot that Happy Meals were a thing.
I feel like
because, I'm not a child.
Yeah.
I feel like I had
Or eat McDonald's.
I feel like I had some sort of Mario 3 toy from that. But like something that maybe did a flip or stuck to something.
Yeah, I had that. I had the Goomba and I had the Mario.
Oh, which one? What did the Mario do?
The Raccoon Mario was like a suction cup that you press it down and then you just wait a while, then it bounces up.
Oh, okay. One of those pop toys.
Yeah,
okay.
And like the Goomba had like a suction cup on its chin. It would attach to his feet, and then after a little while, it would actually do a flip.
Oh,
was there one that was kind of like a? Maybe I'm thinking something else. Was there one that was like kind of like a wind-up sort of thing, like you pull it back and it rolls across the floor?
I think there was. I also remember there was a Koopa Troopa, but I don't remember what it did.
Right, and then you said there was another. You said it. You told me before we started recording there was another Mario-themed Happy Meal not too long ago.
Yeah, when Mario Kart 8 came out, I think about 2014, so that was 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember Mario Kart 8 Happy Meal toys were at McDonald's, and I tried to buy a couple of them. So that actually required me to eat at McDonald's.
Did you? What did you end up getting?
I got Bowser, I got Donkey Kong, and I think that's it. Because the guy at the counter was like, yeah, like there's so many people coming in here and just buying the toys, so it's hard to get the specific one that you want.
Oh wow!
And I know our buddy Joe had trouble getting the toys too because of that same reason.
So these new Happy Meal Mario Happy Meals, like we saw in the report about it from videogamer.com that there was something about trying to find Yoshi, and there's like activities and stuff like that. It really doesn't sound like a traditional toy this time. But
no, it said something about there was a collection of 6 balloons, some activity sheets, and some kind of Mario-themed origami.
Yeah, so it's not going to be like figures like the previous toys then.
Which I will say that the idea of Mario-themed origami, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is. I wonder if that's going to be something that so many people are like rushing in for. Because every time Nintendo has some limited thing like this, like this happened with Amiibo, this is happening with the NES Mini, this is, that you said you were having trouble finding specific figures for the Happy Meal thing. Yeah. So I got to wonder if this will be another one of those things that Nintendo fans will, go to.
Throw themselves off of buildings for.
Right.
Yeah, they probably will.
That was a really great image I have in my head of just like people just like freaking out and just running, like going up to the top of a building and just like very cartoonishly just be like, ah! Like the world on fire.
Like
I'm sure that's how Joe sees it.
It'd be like a cartoonish, like Wile E. Coyote kind of at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It was very interesting the way that I imagined that.
Right. So yeah, Super Mario Happy Meal toys, January 2017. Let's hope that there's something fun for everybody, and let's hope that kids will actually be able to get them. And not just like adults going in and just buying all the toys.
Stupid adults.
So like,
the only thing that I cared about getting from McDonald's were whenever they had those collectible Coke glasses. Those
were cool. I mean, I remember like eating Happy Meals for a long time. They had the Batman Returns Happy Meal. Like
I remember collecting the mugs for like the glass mugs for like the Flintstones movie.
Yeah,
and the Batman movies and the Coca-Cola glasses.
Oh, so the Batman Forever mugs. Like I think my mom might still have like that full set that like I got like as a kid. I couldn't remember if that was at McDonald's or like Burger King or what.
I'm pretty sure it was McDonald's.
Okay.
I don't know because we did have McDonald's and a Burger King in my hometown, so we were ballers.
Well, like I was getting like a little too old for Happy Meal toys.
Yeah.
But then like there was this other thing that I liked, like Batman Forever.
Well, I did have younger siblings to leech off of. Also, my mom liked collecting that shit for whatever reason.
Well, no, like the glass mugs though, those weren't like Happy Meal thing. That was just like a promotional thing in general.
Not true.
And so like I could still do like the going to the fast food restaurant to get a thing, sort of thing. And it was about Batman also, which who doesn't like Batman?
Communists.
Joker.
Stupid people.
No. Joker loves Batman.
Yeah, you're thinking of Killer Croc.
All right.
Yeah. I threw a rock at him.
As the best line in one of my favorite episodes. Like, literally the best line in all of Batman animated series. That's all there is to it. There is not a better line.
If you didn't get that reference, go watch all of Batman the Animated Series right now. It's on DVD. It's on Amazon Video Prime.
You have no excuse. You should feel ashamed.
And you could probably pirate it, but don't.
Yeah. Damn it.
DC needs your money. But, I mean, after, like, the last couple of movies they put out.
Yeah, well.
So, anyway.
I'm looking forward to Aquaman. Oh my god.
I'm looking forward to Aquaman the character.
Well, yes. I'm not going to put a lot of stock in how good the movie's going to be, but I'm super stoked to see it because I'm really stoked to see Aquaman the character. Like, all the promotional shit I've seen, like, I'm just like, wow, like frothing at the mouth and shit. And, like, I think my ultimate favorite detail is the tattoos for the character. Like, that was I had seen some images prior, a couple of images here and there, and I was like, okay, this is cool. That'd be really interesting. Like, I'm really glad they got so-and-so to do it because he looks like a really great Aquaman. And then they started adding, throwing out some more images and showing off the tattoo art for the character. And, like, I was just like, tattoos.
Did you just, like, motorboat Aquaman in your mind?
I did. I motorboated Aquaman's tattoos.
So before this, or before Brave and the Bold, I never thought there would be a day where I'd be like, yes, Aquaman!
Oh my god, I know. Right? Aquaman in Brave and the Bold is the best Aquaman in existence.
He'll be taking a run for his money.
He has a very special place in my heart, right next to Platelet.
Anyway, let's get back into video games here. Let's see. So what we have next is not Nintendo. We'll take a break from Nintendo for just a second to talk about Final Fantasy 15. Does anybody here have Final Fantasy 15? Didn't you say, Ryan?
Yeah, I picked it up. I picked it up right before I came in.
Okay, so...
Oh, so you haven't had a chance to play Boy Band the game?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, if you don't count the time I played it at E3 this year.
Okay, yeah.
Fair enough.
Frank, did you try Final Fantasy 15 at E3?
No, I had no interest in playing that game.
Okay, so Ryan, you're the only person who has any sort of interest or experience in Final Fantasy 15. Now, reviews for it have been averaging 8 or 9, like out of 10.
Yeah.
Why? Like, what's so great about this? Why is it, so great to be a Final Fantasy fan again?
Boy band nostalgia?
Well, from like what I heard, Square's kind of hurting it, so they really need this game to be successful. Like to kind of save them in a way. And yeah, it's actually doing pretty well on the review circuit.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't always, reflect.
Because when I played it at E3, I thought it was kind of buggy. The camera went all over the place.
Ooh, I remember you complaining about that.
And so I would have given it maybe a 6 or a 7, my experience. And I hope that's fixed in the final game. And I do have the PS4 Pro, although I heard rumors that it was running worse on the PS4 Pro, so they had to do like a day one patch for it.
Ooh. Well, day one patches seem to be the norm in general these days, so I wouldn't be too alarmed of it. And also, since you were saying that, you felt it was buggy and the camera positioning was odd. I mean, remember a couple years ago whenever they showed off Bloodborne at E3, and I was really excited, and I watched the demo, and I thoroughly lost complete interest because of how choppy the gameplay seemed. And then it came out, and then my buddy Max got it, and he said that it ran great. So whatever the problem was they were having at E3, they had smoothed it out, ironed it out, and it turned out fine. So, considering the time frame since the first time it was advertised at E3 to you getting to play it to now, I would say there's a good chance of it.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, because we waited over 10 years for this game. I remember back when this game was announced like 10 years ago as Versus 13. I put it in my Amazon wish list, and it was there for like 2 years before I decided it's never going to come out. I'm going to delete it. Oh, now it's out now, 10 years later.
Yay!
So is this something you're going to jump on like sooner or later? Like, I mean, you've waited 10 years. Are you going to...
Well, I am going to play it on Twitch pretty much hopefully every night. I'm definitely playing it tonight, but since people are going to listen to this podcast on Thursday, I'll definitely play it on Thursday night too.
So you'll hopefully have played it for 2 days.
Yeah.
By the time listeners are reaching to this. Okay, and then you can kind of, maybe during your stream, kind of say whether or not these reviews are actually worth it, or if, Square Enix is, kind of slipping some dollar bills under the table.
I'll make a determination about it.
Awesome. So, Final Fantasy 15's been getting some pretty good reviews. I don't know, I'm kind of maybe a little tiny bit interested in it just because it seems more of like an action RPG like Crisis Core or Kingdom Hearts rather than your traditional RPG, which is something I'd rather play like on the go.
Right. Well, once I'm done with it, you can borrow mine.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe, if I still care by that point.
Right, okay.
Maybe if you're like so super hyped about it, and maybe you'll get me hyped too.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyway, after that little interruption, we can head back into Nintendo stuff.
Yay.
We've been like such a
Nintendo podcast here.
Right, we've been such a Nintendo-centric podcast. These, how many episodes have we done now? Like,
I think this is 21.
This is 21? Yeah,
wow.
So we've been doing this for, 21 episodes? That's almost half, not quite, but I was going to say almost half a year.
No.
But, 56 weeks. So we have we have a little bit more to go before we get,
And while there were a couple of weeks where we didn't record or there were technical issues. So.
Right. So, so we've been doing this for a while, and we've been very Nintendo-centric. But
that's where all the news is at.
Right? That it is, and we're all like kind of Nintendo people here. Like, we like other stuff too. But so we talked about the Switch before. We've talked about it many a times. When it was officially revealed, we talked about, all the reveal details and the reveal trailer and everything. And we've tried to kind of shy away from just talking about every last little rumor that exists, so that we haven't talked about it as much. But now we got some actual information coming to you. Okay, so everyone knows now that the January 12th is going to be when we hear more information, price, specs, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So...
And I bet our buddy Joe's already lining up for it.
Right? So,
well, it is in New York.
Well, no, like... We've heard about that the reveal that is going to be streamed, all the price information and all that stuff is going to be on January 12th, right?
Right.
Okay. So, along with that, there is going to be a hands-on event in New York. So, that's on January 12th. That's a Thursday. And do you think Joe's already lined up for it?
Yeah, he's lined up. Well, sadly,
Camping out.
But sadly, all of us will probably be at work.
Oh, probably.
Please, Ryan.
Well, not you.
Maybe.
Oh.
Nah, unless I pick up. Come on, Ryan. We all know that you're going to be sitting there at your desk and you're going to be watching the entire stream while you're supposed to be working. Because that's what you do every single time something like that happens.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
I hope your boss isn't listening to this. So, yeah. But yeah, there's going to be a hands-on event that's going to happen after the stream. So after we get all the details on price, specs, launch titles, whether or not I have to choke someone in regards to Zelda, people are actually going to get to be able to try it out for themselves. Now, I've been thinking, like, I wonder if people who are trying it out are going to get to try out, like, the different controller configurations, like actually removing the controllers and putting them onto the Joy-Con and all that stuff themselves. Because traditionally when you see, like, Nintendo demos and stuff like that, either you have access to the controller, like at an event, you have access to the controller, but you can't see the machine, or, like when we played Zelda, we had the Wii U controller, or like with the 3DS, you'd see the people walking around with them like chained, like with like this like security chain kind of stuff that would take like 4 years to chomp off, like wrapped to like this huge belt around the person doing the demo, so you'd have to like steal an entire person in order to grab one of these machines. So I'm wondering how they're going to do that, if they're just going to have like all these chains tethered to people to move these controllers around, or whatever, for like some sort of security thing.
Oh, easy. They'll have snipers outside, so if you manage to run out the door, they can just pick you off as you're going down the street.
I imagine these snipers firing either bullet bills or little fireballs.
Yeah,
oh my god, little bullet bills.
That'd be awesome.
Yes. Oh, I like that idea. That's so great.
Yeah, because like you just get like snipers outside, and someone's running outside with a stolen Switch, and you hear boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god, that's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, because I heard a couple of years ago at E3, I heard some people were trying to steal like data off the Wii U's with SD cards.
I thought someone was trying to hack into like the Zelda stuff like this year.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked by that at all.
I don't remember what degree of success they
Probably
got in their
not.
access,
I mean, even if they managed to, get somewhere, I get the feeling that they obviously didn't get off the premises.
Well, no, like I don't think they like was completely successful, or otherwise we would have heard about it. But I'm just wondering like how because I know they got some of the things they were able to get through, but then like they couldn't do some other things, and that's why it didn't go through. That's what I mean. So
yeah, because like those controllers for the Switch are really, really small. So it would be, if like they were loose from the system, it'd be so easy to put them in like a pocket or something.
I know, exactly.
Now I feel like children are going to be able to choke on them.
So, well, that means if there is a hands-on event in January, well, I mean, hopefully we'll already own it in March. But if for some reason we end up putting that off,
that like you said before, that highly depends on whether or not Zelda's a launch title, which we already know it's not.
Right. I mean, so it depends on what other launch titles there might be.
Right.
But definitely that means by that point that very soon after, people will start being able to play it in stores, I would think, to kind of hype up for actually like getting it.
I don't know. We might get it at launch. There's actually a good chance of that.
So there's a good chance. We'll see. Of course, price announcements. There was that but there was that price that was put up on Toys R Us Canada and then immediately brought down a while back that had it listed for about $250 US. So, if that's all it is, then, like, holy crap, yeah, we'll probably just end up getting one anyway. Of course, so will everyone and their mother. So
and brother and dog and sister.
They might sell out, before I can finish adding it to the cart on Amazon. Yep. Like what happened with the Nintendo Mini and with the Famicom Mini. So those are just, I feel like, unless we pre-order, which hopefully there will actually be a pre-order with these NES Minis and everything. Like they didn't have a pre-order option at all. So hopefully with a big console, they'll have pre-ordering and we can actually get ours.
Yeah, hopefully Nintendo's learned their lesson.
Oh no, they knew what they were doing.
They're creating demand. Anyway, that's really all the news we have today. If you want to check out our other stuff, you can head to youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus to watch our old sketch comedy, to watch some of our gameplay videos, our Let's Plays, and a lot of other content. We've started putting up more arcade edition, and we got some other things on the way. What kind of other videos do we put on that channel?
Yeah, we also do awesome video game memories where we do retrospectives on video games, and hopefully very soon we will have a retrospective on the NES and the Famicom Mini.
Awesome. And you just started a new channel for us also.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's actually, we've moved all of our gameplay to the new channel because it was flooding the old channel.
Okay.
So now we have a separate channel for our gameplay now.
What and where can they find that?
Because I don't have the custom URL for it yet, you have to actually go on our sidebar on our channel where we list our friends' channels. And then just look for BGP Gaming on it.
Okay, BGP Gaming. Check out BGP Gaming. You can find it on the sidebar on our regular channel, youtube.com/BattleGeekPlus. We also do game streaming at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus. The archives from that head to that new YouTube channel. Ryan, what have you been playing on there?
Let's see. I actually played some Super Punch-Out on there to test out some emulators, and it works pretty well, so I might stream a lot of classic games. But for the next couple of months, I think, you're going to see me play Final Fantasy 15, Dead Rising 4, and in January, Resident Evil 7.
I'll probably start playing more classic games on there as well. You know, like that would be pretty fun and easy to do, and I think more people would like to watch us play classic games than, which I've also got my own personal streaming channel, twitch.tv/Kendamu. It hosts Battle Geek Plus, and Battle Geek Plus hosts mine. So whichever one you go to, if the other one's on, bam, you're good to go. So other than that, you can also follow us on Twitter at Battle Geek Plus, and where we announce when our new videos come out and stuff like that, and when they go up on certain websites and everything. So definitely check that out. This podcast you can find on your favorite RSS feed or on iTunes, correct?
Yep.
Or you can listen to it on YouTube. Comes out every Thursday. Fun times. So anybody else got anything to say before we get out of here?
Moana is a wonderful movie, and you should totally all go see it.
You know, the last little thing in that movie, like I don't want to give it away, sort of felt like a final boss in a video game.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
So, yeah, if you like video games, which, anyway, like, yeah, go watch Moana, even if you don't like, whether you like video games or not, it's irrelevant. Go watch Moana. It's a good movie. Me, Heather, and Frank went and saw it while Ryan was at work because he's a loser and has a job.
Yeah.
What
I need money to live.
Job owner.
Speaking of, I have to go to that loser job of mine tomorrow. Actually, it's a nice job. But yours is a loser job just because it's yours and not mine. So, anyway. So, thank you for listening, everybody. My name is Josh. With me, as always, Heather.
Bye.
Ryan.
Bye.
And Tecmo Frank.
Sayonara.